Welcome to this new fabric build tutorial. To start the year, I'm inviting you to sew a faux fur coat. We'll be using the Simplicity S3008 pattern. It's a fairly easy project to sew. The main challenge will be working with the faux fur. Faux fur is bulky, and it's also important to cut and sew it without damaging the pile. When cutting your pieces, you should never cut straight through the fur. Otherwise, the pile would end up uneven and the final result will look good. The best method is to cut only the backing fabric that holds the fur fibers. I cut on the wrong side, sliding just the tip of the scissors along the backing. To make this coat, in addition to the faux fur fabric and the Simplicity pattern, you'll need a lining fabric, fusible interfacing, and your usual sewing supplies. After cutting the pieces, I fused the interfacing to the facings. Next, I sew stay stitching on the front pieces, at the shoulder angle and along the curved front edge. Then I place the lining pockets right sides together on the front pieces and stitch between the markings. I pin the two back pieces right sides together, stitch them, then press the seam open, protecting the fabric with the cotton pressing cloth. I sew the faux fur pockets onto the back pieces at the markings. Next, I place the front and back pieces right sides together. I pin and stitch the side seams, leaving the pocket opening free. Then stitch along the pocket edges. I clip the shoulder angle up to the stay stitching line, then pin the front and back shoulder seams together. Now I prepare the sleeves. I sew 2 rows of long basting stitches between the sleeve cap notches and 2 more rows between the elbow notches. I gently pull on the threads to create ease. I fold the sleeve right sides together and stitch the long seam, then press it open. I pin the sleeve into the armhole, matching the seams and notches, and stitch. I place the front pieces together and stitch the collar bands together. This seam will become the center back of the collar, so I pin it to the neckline and stitch. Now I assemble the lining pieces. First, the center back with one seam along the edges and another along the markings to create a nice pleat at the center back. Then I sew the front side pieces and facings down to the lower marking. I press the seams open. At the center back, I press the seam allowance to one side and crease the pleat with the iron. At the bottom of the seam joining the facing and the lining, there is a small slit, which I press open. As with the outer coat, I clip the shoulder angle, stitch the shoulder seams and the neckline. I prepare the lining sleeves the same way and set them into the armholes. Now I place the lining and faux fur coats right sides together and pin all around the edges. At the hem, I pin the lining slit open and leave an opening about 20 centimeters to turn the coat right side out. Once stitched, I fold the lining hem toward the wrong side of the outer fabric and hand baste it in place to mark the hemline. I turn the entire coat right side out through the opening left at the bottom. Now I assemble the lining sleeves. First, I shorten the lining sleeves by 2.5 centimeters. I insert them into the sleeves and pin them together only at the underarm seam to make sure the sleeves are not twisted. I pull the pinned sleeves back out through the inside of the coat and pin all around the sleeve hem. I stitch. And finally, I close the opening left in the lining hem using a slip stitch. Our coat is finished. Soft, warm, and stylish. All that's left to do is wear it and enjoy it all winter long. Discover our selection of faux fur fabrics available online and in store. Thanks for watching and see you soon.